will be sitting in on the editorial meetings of her women's magazine. Monda denies any interference in the editorial process.
There was an effort to suffocate our voice, so we decided, before we've suffocated, it would be better for us to resign.
And almost all of the women did indeed resign. Change, she says, is happening thanks to nuns speaking out. This year, the Vatican held an extraordinary summit on sex abuse by priests. Some of the most powerful testimonies there came from nuns, such as Sister Veronica Adeshola Abanibo from Nigeria, who read the Riot Act to a room full of the most powerful men in the Catholic Church.
I think of all the atrocities we have committed as members of the church. I'm saying we, not they, we.
Obanibo sits on the executive board of the International Union of Superiors General, which counts some 450,000 women religious leaders. It's recently called on nuns across the world to report abuse. And at a rare meeting in Rome, where Pope Francis, surrounded by nearly 1,000 sisters, once again confessed that priests are abusing nuns.
1,000!
I'm aware of the problems. It's not just the sexual abuse of nuns. You didn't sign up to become some cleric's housekeeper. No.
On the sidelines of the meeting, the executive board agreed to an impromptu discussion with me.
The church, as a church, has had so many cases and has been defending itself like on a football field.
Can you provide any insight as to what the Pope could do
to
try to fix this problem?
I think we know what we can do. That the future is to create a culture of care. Care at every level. An open space. It's not shameful. And also to be able to say wherever we need to say it, who the perpetrator was. Because we would not want that person to continue doing hurting other sisters.
We can be a dangerous memory. You know, we can call the church to what they are professing.
Yeah, boys, get outside!
To see changes made, but they don't happen.
Right after the meeting, Pope Francis made a surprise announcement and issued a new rule calling on local dioceses to create public and easily accessible offices to receive abuse claims. The rule also lays out a way to proceed when prelates are accused of a cover-up.
Yeah, get outside!
Or abuse themselves. It's perhaps the Pope's most concrete attempt to battle abuse. But critics say the law has a major weakness. It still keeps the handling of cases within the church, as opposed to involving outside authorities, and does not detail any specific punishments for prelates, like the one who raped Doris Wagner.
And they should make sure that everybody who is either perpetrator or has protected perpetrators is legally persecuted.
Something that never happened to her rapist. Instead, she says he's still a priest in the same community today. The trauma was so unbearable, she says she almost committed suicide. One day, when she was high up on a balcony inside the papal palace, right in front of the Pope.
And I could jump on the square. Would have been so easy. And I had my leg already half up the wall.
Instead, she decided to speak out. It was a long process that eventually led to her leaving religious life. Today, she works as a headhunter back in her native Germany and hopes that young women entering the convent today do so with open eyes.
She should be aware that sexual abuse of nuns exists, and that as long as victims don't speak out, perpetrators will just go on. So I actually have the responsibility to speak.
For the PBS NewsHour, I'm Christopher Livesay in Rome.
I studied the government in the case in Africa where 29 nuns were impregnated.
Adults often go back to school to get a better paying job, but one